Burn rate. It's one of the most critical financial metrics for any startup or early-stage company. Understanding burn rate can mean the difference between running out of money unexpectedly and successfully growing your business. Today, you'll learn exactly what burn rate is, how to calculate it, and why it matters so much for companies that are still losing money. Burn rate is the rate at which a company spends its cash reserves to fund operations before it generates positive cash flow. Think of it as how quickly you're burning through your bank account to keep the lights on. This metric is typically measured monthly or annually. For early-stage companies, burn rate is absolutely critical because it determines how long your funding will last. If you raised $500,000 and you're burning $50,000 per month, you need to know that. There are two types of burn rate you need to understand. First is gross burn rate, which is simply the total cash you spend per month on all operating expenses. This includes salaries, rent, marketing, software subscriptions, everything. Second is net burn rate, which is your expenses minus any revenue you're generating per month. Net burn rate gives you a more accurate picture because it accounts for money coming in. If you spend $50,000 but earn $15,000 in revenue, your net burn rate is $35,000 per month. Let's walk through a practical example of calculating net burn rate. The basic formula is net burn rate equals total monthly expenses minus monthly revenue. Suppose your startup has monthly expenses of $50,000. This includes all costs like salaries, office rent, and marketing. You're also generating $15,000 in monthly revenue from early customers. Your net burn rate is $50,000 minus $15,000, which equals $35,000. This means you're losing $35,000 every month to keep the business running. Several factors influence how high or low your burn rate is. Higher burn rates come from large team sizes with many employees, expensive office spaces in prime locations, heavy marketing and advertising spend, and significant research and development investments. On the flip side, lower burn rates come from remote work setups that eliminate office costs, lean operations with small focused teams, a focused product strategy instead of building everything at once, and generating early revenue from customers. Understanding these factors helps you make strategic decisions about where to spend and where to save. Now let's talk about Runway, which answers the critical question, how long until you run out of money? Runway is calculated by dividing your cash balance by your net burn rate. Here's an example. If you have $420,000 in the bank and your net burn rate is $35,000 per month, your runway is 12 months. This means you have 1 year before you run out of cash, assuming nothing changes. Knowing your runway helps you plan when to raise your next funding round or when you need to cut costs. Managing your burn rate effectively is essential for survival. Here are 4 key strategies. First, track your burn rate monthly. Monitor your expenses and revenue consistently so you always know where you stand. Second, maintain a 12 to 18-month runway. This gives you enough time to grow and raise your next funding round without desperation. Third, cut non-essential spending. Focus your limited resources on your core product and actual growth drivers. Fourth, increase revenue streams. The best way to reduce net burn rate is by generating income faster, which decreases the gap between what you spend and what you earn. Let's recap the key points. Burn rate measures how fast you spend your cash reserves. It's the speed at which money leaves your bank account. Runway shows how long until you run out of money based on your current burn rate. You must track this monthly to make informed decisions about hiring, spending, and fundraising. The goal is to balance growth with financial sustainability. Understanding burn rate is absolutely critical for startup survival and fundraising success. Investors will ask about it, and you need to have a solid answer. Master this metric, and you'll be much better positioned to build a successful company.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.